And now here is another interception. Picked by Deontay Thompson. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because...
Up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can't get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can't get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, did crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can't get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Squad like Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what?
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. Here's the second year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Perfect execution on that inside handoff, and then a little brute strength to move forward after the contact.
What do we call that now in today's NFL? Heck, in today's football? Contact balance, right? That's the buzzword, the phrase you hear. A back who can absorb contact, bounce off of it, and keep moving. Just what you said, brute strength, force of will.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Like 80. Easy.
On 2nd down, it's Hines trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Now it's Hines. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have.
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
11 yards there, first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. DJ Chark, touchdown number 18 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flushed out right. He's got this one complete to Perriman. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 1st down, it's Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. The 2nd-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's got some space here. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Now Saquon Barkley. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Dante Hightower on the stop.
20.
Let's go.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Buying time to his left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Here we go, here we go. Black 20. No spacing. Black is through.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Black 80, 50. Hey, box drop. Middle.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey.
Black.
On second and a yard, Roethlisberger. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Who's 30? He's 2. 50. Hey, exit.
51. Mike 51. Don't get nervous. Hey, Mike 51.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Steps away to his left. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Dancing to his left. Touchdown! And the New Orleans Saints put 6 up on the board. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Solid, 5 down. Slack.
Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Focus. Let's go.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't.
That's caught inside the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 74 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the...
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Looking deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Get ready.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Great. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
A final shot before the break. Newton. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They keep it with Barkley on first down. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Newton now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, Newton. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down. On second down now, Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the gun, here's Newton. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down. It's Hines, and the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. Justin Jones there on the stop. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. DJ Chark with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You're going over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Paris Campbell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers get a score closer. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will get them one closer. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of the team that has it figured out in this ball game. And
he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Escaping the pressure right.
Check 27. Eyes on 27.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
66.
On the delay, here's Hines. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 3 quarters have come and gone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Off the play fake, here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Big series right here, so we got to step it up. Mine's 54.
Quarter.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Hey, one set.
Double bump.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A first down carry for Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Forced out to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. They'll run for it with Barkley, and he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Here's Barkley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. Here we go on 4th. Newton being chased out left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. And look at this, for the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read.
The ball comes out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
All right, now. Like 80. Easy.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win it.
Tell me what you want, what you need.